Hi everyone, sorry about that. You
Can you
should
hear
be
us
able to hear
now?
us now. Um, Welcome to our first live stream.
Yeah. Technical difficulties
Technical
expected.
difficulties, right? So welcome to our first live stream. We are introducing you to our hardware engineers, Kevin and Andres, on our Hangouts.
Hello. Hello.
We can
Yeah,
hear you now.
so
Perfect. Yeah. They can hear us.
so Kevin, you can go ahead and introduce yourself. Talk a little bit about what you do with Matrix, and yeah.
Okay, so I am electrical engineer here in Matrix Labs. I am one of the guys with the hardware design. So I really love to be here in the live stream. And no more.
Yeah, and Kevin is in our Columbia office. In case you didn't know, Matrix Labs, we have our headquarters in Miami, Florida, in the United States. Then we have an office in Colombia, in Brazil, and in the UK. And then Andres, who is our chief hardware officer, wasn't able to join us because he was going
He's
to.
right here.
Oh,
yeah,
he is there.
He is. Andres is
perfect.
here. All right.
Great.
So, Andres, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself as well, and talk a little bit about your association with Matrix.
Yep. Can you hear us, Andres?
Yep.
Hello?
One issue with my computer.
Okay, we can hear you though.
So if you want to talk about
what you do,
what you do, yeah. Okay.
Technical
Technical
difficulties.
difficulties. Okay.
So technical issues.
Cool. In that case, I guess we can wait for Andres to figure out what's going on, and in the meantime, we can kind of talk about what we're gonna do for the community initiative again. So real quick, I'll go back to us. Andres, let us know when you're ready over chat. But yeah, so basically, we're going to be, doing these live streams and making videos about like projects and even like tutorials, like kind of some of the guides that we already have. We'll probably be like doing those in video format, doing some new ones. Also, what were the other things? Oh yeah, projects and guides on Hackster. Sorry, freaking out a little bit.
Yeah, so all the projects and guides that we do, we post them on hackster.io. In case you haven't gone there, check it out. They're a great site. We have a lot of projects on there, and we plan on posting projects about every 2 weeks. Some projects that we have on there is like a robot arm that we have in our office that hits a gong every time we get a sale. As well as other projects like how to use snips.ai, which is this really good offline voice assistant with this whole app store and platform that you can use, and basically it allows you to have a voice assistant of your own without having to give up all your voice data to Amazon or Google, because who knows. Yeah, so I think, is Andres ready?
Is Andres ready? Okay, so
we'll
switching
switch
back over
Andres.
to Andres. Just getting a hang of this. Okay, should be good. Andres,
if you notice us looking over there,
yeah.
it's because our screen is over there.
All right, when you're ready, you can start talking. We should be able to hear you when your microphone is unmuted.
Andres?
Are you still having technical difficulties? Okay, awesome.
Bueno.
Okay.
We are ready. I am ready.
Okay,
all right,
great.
all right. So just a little bit about who you are and what you do. Yeah.
We are. I am very happy with share with the community about our experience with this device. a member of the hardware design app. I'm writing some proper lower level like Linux drivers, HAL libraries, some lines of the Malos framework. I working lot of drivers due the complexity of matrix creator. We have a lot of radios, a lot of sensors, and a complex FPGA. So this project is very nice. We have a lot of toys included in the work. More?
Yeah, that's
You
great.
and hardware design.
Yeah, perfect. Thank you, Andres. And he was being a little humble there, but basically, Andres, Kevin, and Yuel, who is on the stream right now, they are the masterminds behind the Matrix Creator and the Matrix Voice. They're the guys who have designed the boards, picked out all the components, and then done all the programming, all the low-level programming for the FPGA, for the microcontroller, all the kernel modules. They're amazing, and we're super happy to have them.
Yeah, so with that, I guess we can move on to what's next. Thank you for joining us, Kevin and Andres. Glad that the community got to see you and know you a little bit, because, you know, these guys made everything happen and, you know, are continuing to support the community as well. So thank you for being with us.
Yeah, thanks.
All right. So I guess I'll end the call here. Bye, guys.
Bye.
All right. So right now here we have a little.
Yeah, so we'll go into the presentation. We
Yeah,
have a
we'll
little
go into the
presentation.
Yeah. So you met Kevin and Andres. So they were our hardware development leadership. And so, yeah, so we talked a little bit about the community initiative. You know, we're trying to have more projects and guides every 2 weeks, like, you know, we'll try our best. Video projects, so like trying to make some of the guides into videos, as well as the camera's not here, so some of the projects into videos, and then also these live streams, which, you know, as you can tell, we're pretty new, but we're figuring it out, so we'll get there. And so for future live streams, this is like our general plan. You can tell us what you think in the comments. But the general thought process is we're going to, sorry, we're
basically going to be creating, within these live streams, within the future live streams, we're going to go over like step by step how to set up your devices. That's where we're going to start at. So from both Windows, Mac, Linux, we'll be showing you how to set up your device with a Raspberry Pi, a SD card, a Matrix Creator, or Matrix Voice. That way you have a full guide of how to do that. And then we'll start going into like the various sensors and components and things that you can do with it, as well as different integrations that we've done, such as like with Snips.ai, with Slack, with Stripe, and so on. One really cool project that we have yet to show you guys is this robot arm that we've made, and we actually took to this big Google Cloud Next conference a couple of weeks ago. And so if you, Samreen, if you switch over to the camera, we can show them the robot arm. So this is like we've posted some pictures and videos of it on Twitter, which if you're not following us, follow us there. We're at Matrix_Creator. But yeah, this is like a first look kind of the robot arm. So let me see, are we on the video? Perfect.
Yeah, we're on the video.
So you're gonna see here. Whoops.
Okay, so let me try to bring this into view.
Okay. Whoops.
Whoa.
There we go. So if you guys see, here's the robot arm. So this is a really cool robot arm that we have completely controlled with a matrix creator. All the servos, I believe there's, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 servos on this being controlled through the creator through both MOS and matrix core. So we're using MOS because of its dashboard. So if you see here, I'll just put it here, we can control every aspect, every motor of the robot arm. So I can move it a bit. I can open up the claw.
Yeah,
and
pretty cool.
Yeah. And additionally, because we made this for a Google conference that we went to, we've integrated it with Google Assistant. So you can talk to it. I could actually tell it, okay, Google, tell Matrix device Luxo on.
Sorry, I'm not sure how to help.
Okay. Or, well, Google doesn't want to, but I could do it from the dashboard.
Wow.
And you can see here. So it's opening up. And now it's turned on this light. And you're probably being blinded by this light. I'll turn it off really quickly.
Definitely.
But this light is a Philips Hue. It's a Zigbee light bulb that is also being controlled from the creator. So we have all these components mixed together: the dashboard, the servo control, the Google Assistant, and the Zigbee control, all together, and all. It's pretty simple to do on the Matrix Creator. So it's just a really cool demo so that you can get a grasp of all the things you can do with it.
Yeah.
So that's one cool thing, that video that we're going to be posting later on.
Yeah. So, I mean, basically, like Alfred said, we're going to be posting, like, cool, fun project videos, but also, like, in the live streams, we're hoping to do, you know, Q&A, discussions with you all. But most importantly, well, not most importantly, but also, like, one of the things that I feel like a lot of Matrix users are like, hey, like, how do I use this, like, from scratch? Like, you know, like, show me how to set it up, right? So, like, one of the things we want to do is, like, have, like, setup guides from, like, okay, I'm taking it out of the box, and this is how I'm I, like, start using everything for both Windows and Mac users so that everybody can have a more clear view of how to even get started with it. So we'll definitely have videos about that, too. Yeah. So starting from how to just start with it to, like, anything from, like, fun projects, cool projects, tutorials on, like, what you all want to see. So, yeah, I think...
And with those fun projects and cool tutorials, we have a lot of ideas ourselves, but we'd love to hear what you guys want us to do. If you have some cool idea that you'd like to see us make, then let us know. Yeah.
Comments. I'm being a YouTuber. All right.
Yeah, or shoot us an email at info@matrixlabs.ai. Put a comment on our Hackster projects, wherever. Shoot us a tweet on Twitter. We'll respond. So yeah, now do you want to get to the Q&A portion?
Yeah, that sounds good. So you can ask us any questions you have on the like live question comment thing on YouTube. Not really sure what that's called. And we'll try our best to answer them right now, or at least, like, you know, figure out the answers and get back to you later.
Yeah.
So
So if you have any comments, go ahead and put them in the live chat there. In the meantime, while we wait for your comments, because there's a little delay in the stream, we can go talking about our boards. I mean, I imagine if you're watching the stream, you know about our boards. Where can I buy a Matrix Creator? Rodolfo says. So you can buy a Matrix Creator. You could go to creator.matrix.one, and there will be a buy button right on the page, and that'll direct you to Element 14, which is our global distribution partner for the Matrix Creator. And fun fact, in case you didn't know, actually, I'm sure you all know what a Raspberry Pi is, but we partnered with the company who manufactures and distributes the Raspberry Pi, which is the same company that owns Element 14. So all of our boards, the Matrix Creator, the Matrix Voice, they're made in the exact same factory as the Raspberry Pi, and then the same company helps us with that global distribution.
All right, so we have a toughie. Will we be able to use Zigbee and Z-Wave at the same time? Yeah,
no, definitely. So we're currently working on the code for that, and I guess if you shoot us an email, we can get back to you on more details on the dates for that, like the expected timeline and all that. Another question. Are you guys So one person said, "Are you guys trying to foster a homebrew community similar to what has arisen out of the Raspberry Pi?" Yeah, kind of. I mean, our whole goal with Matrix Labs, with the Matrix Creator and Matrix Voice, is basically just to help you make whatever you want. We've made the hardware that has almost everything you could possibly need and the ability to add things to it, and then we've just made the software as open as we can and as versatile as we can with the different programming layers, so you can program it in JavaScript or C++ or Python or whatever you want. So our whole goal is to make this community of people, whether you're just like a maker at home doing some cool smart home things, or you're a student in a university using it for a class project. Imagine if, I know in certain like CS classes, they have students like with an Arduino trying to program it in C++, but you know, with that it gets kind of difficult because you're a CS student, you're not necessarily as knowledgeable with the hardware. So our whole goal is just, you have this, it's ready to go, and you can just start doing whatever you want. Yeah, great question.
Yeah, there's another great question. What is the best way to introduce the system or technology into high schools and colleges? Do you have any specific ideas? And she loves us. That's my cousin. Oh. But it's a great question. So I think one of the things that we're trying to do is like kind of get to students through things like hackathons, because like students, like especially like students who like want to mess with hardware and also like want to do software or coding stuff, get drawn to things like hackathons. So like kind of trying to reach out to them through there. Also, like definitely probably organically is how we've done it so far, right?
Yeah.
So continuing to kind of do it organically, to talk to professors who like would like kind of show them how they could potentially use this product in their classroom. We're, you know, hoping to basically like help like professors and students understand how this can be used in a classroom setting through like these videos, through, I don't know, like more like detailed instructions or setup guide or like guides. Yeah. So yeah, like we're brainstorming lots of different things. Definitely we're trying to introduce this into the education space because we think it's really it could be really valuable in that space. I mean, me personally, having graduated, like I would have loved using this as an undergrad. Like I love tinkering, and I had great professors who taught us lots of different electromechanical stuff, like with like software as well, and this is like a great kind of tool to do that kind of stuff with.
Yeah, so if you yourself are in a university, you're a professor, TA, a student, or know anybody that is, then please contact us. We'd love to get in contact with you to see what we can do together. Yeah, great question.
Yeah.
Let's see, what else? Can you repeat your Twitter account and website? Yes, so our website is matrix.one, spelled out O-N-E, not the number. And then our Twitter is @matrix_creator. What else was the most surprising thing you've seen people do with the Matrix hardware? So what is the most surprising thing we've seen with the Matrix hardware? That's a really good question.
Well, while he thinks about this, let me just share with you this really cool thing that he did at his own house, which is, he showed it to me and I was like, oh, that's cool. So he has a Matrix Creator, kind of like, he like took out his like light switch and like has it connected to like the power of his light switch, and like through like a button and then also also your voice eventually, you can like control the lights in your room.
Yeah, and this is also a guide that we want to do. I've been testing it out at my apartment, but basically... I have a relay connected to the Matrix Voice, and then I have a button wired up so I can press a button to turn on the light switch, and I can use my voice to turn it on. So this is a guide that we'll be coming out with in a couple weeks too. So we are running out of time quickly, but let's see if we can get to another question. The new Raspberry Pi B Plus has a PoE add-on. Would you happen to know if the Matrix Creator can work with it? So the PoE add-on for the new Raspberry Pi, it's basically, we have one here. I don't know where it is right now, but it's around in this area of the Pi, and the Creator goes right above it. So I don't believe it will interfere in terms of like what pins are being used, but you may need to like connect it with some wires in order to get it to work, just because the matrix creator is using most of the top surface of the Pi.
Yeah, if you have problems with that in general, definitely like post in our community, and we'll definitely like get back to you about that if there are issues. Yeah.
Yeah, and in case you haven't been on our community, you can go to it. It's community.matrix.one. That's just basically a forum where you can post your general questions, troubleshooting, and we have our engineers, both Kevin, Andres, Yoel, ourselves, Carlos, the whole team basically, going in there every day, answering all your questions, and just trying to help as much as we can.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with that, I think we'll
wrap it up.
Yeah.
But again, I'm Samreen, and this is Alfred. There was technical difficulties at the beginning, so I'm not sure if people got our names. And yeah, we're super excited. Thank you for being on our first live stream, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, we'll see you next time in 2 weeks.
In 2 weeks. All right.
Great.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks.